Hi guys, the name is Mark, and effectively basically here we're going to do a real super quick video, and we're going to start it off with this. And things are so simple when you look at the words. They deal in certificates, here birth certificate, marriage certificate, death certificate, divorce certificate. Now it goes like this. It says Ontario government, I sue birth certificates. So what they've did is they've drawn up this birth certificate 7 years later and claimed that this is theirs. And we're going to pretend that this is a birth certificate here. I just wrote birth certificate and stuff like that, right? So now effectively, what it says here is it says, who can apply for an Ontario birth certificate? So we're going to keep things simple here. We've determined that they've sued this certificate. They've already leaned it out, hence it's called a lienable. It's been liened, right? Look at the words lien. You have L-I-E, lie-N, right? So somebody's lying, obviously. So they've claimed that they've claimed this, and it says here that you can apply for a birth certificate. So if you want to go against everything that the Bible stood for, which tells you not to lie, now you're becoming a liar. So now you're going to rock on up and you're going to apply and become an applicant, right, for a birth certificate, and state here that the person who is the subject of the birth certificate. So you're now stating that you're using a surname, and you look at the words you are name, right? Just take the S out. So now you're using a surname, you are a name, that is a person that is not your name, who is the subject of the birth certificate. So you're rocking up, you're lying when you were a man. Now you're saying that you're a piece of paper, which is a person, right, with you are name on it. And a DOB, date of birth. Like, how could you even know when you were born and stuff, right? You were too young to know all this. Like, you didn't even have a name, right? People may have called you things. They call me many things still to this day, but do I care? They're just names. You know, sticks and stones may break my break my bones, but whips and chains excite me. But anyhow, nonetheless, so you're already applying, you're being a liar, and now you're claiming that you're a person when you were in the flesh, and you're going to become the subject of a piece of paper, which is a birth certificate. So now what we're going to do is we're going to rock on up here, and we're going to look at the word subject, and it says in logic. So not in truth, in logic, something that is manufactured, right? Manufactured. That concurring which the affirmation in a proposition is made. The first word in a proposition. Oh, okay. Now it gets into key words here. It says, sorry guys, I'm a little coming off cold. It says, an individual matter, individual matter, considered, conside, read, as the object of legislation. Well, you know that this birth certificate is the object of legislation. It's got the Bank of Canada on it, the Government of Canada, the Government of Ontario, the whole 9 yards, right? And so then it says, the constitutions of several of the states require that every act of the legislature, so every one of their acts shall means will raise to but one subject. Sorry, relate to, shall relate to but one subject. That one subject, this is the subject. And you are now below this piece of paper. And why would you sign up to say that you are a person which is subject to one piece of paper? You'd have to be nuts. So if you think you're going to travel and stuff when you have a person and you've lied, you've lied and lied to become a person, well, obviously, if you're a liar, they know obviously you're going to probably swear on the Bible right there and that you're a subject, because only a liar / sinner would, sin at your, right? Take the G out, you're at sin, and sign for to become a person. You're obviously becoming a liar. So it's funny if you look at things that way. And so now that's about it. And effectively what you've got, if you did agree to stop being a man and become a person, which is a piece of paper, and subject to the piece of paper, well, we've established that you're going to go down. And it's funny because in subject, and I hope you guys are all seeing this, it also states that in constitutional law, in cons I tie you all, right, law, one that owes, keywords, owes, allegiance to a sovereign and is governed by his laws. Who is this sovereign that everybody is governed by? If I drew up a piece of paper and said today that I was governing everybody, I think I'd get shot by like tomorrow or by lunchtime. See where I'm going with this, people? The whole thing is preposterous. And then we're going to come down to suretyship. And it's funny. There we go, suretyship. So take the S out, UR, tie, and ship. The contract of suretyship is that whereby, B-U-Y, it says B-Y here, one ob, lie, and gates themselves. Obviously, these people deal with lies to pay the debt of another. So they don't even have any credit or any money or anything. They're in debt, but you're the one holding the hot potato who's going to pay this debt, which means, like look up service, which means Roman civil law, and basically that you are a slave and that you are bought and sold, and that's why they call it soul trading, and on the stock exchange at your expense, and, you know, yada, yada, yada. So, you know, let's try not to be frank about things, people, and I'm not talking French currency. And then oddly enough, it says to pay the debt of another in consideration. So this is the rest of the sentence of credit. Well, they just said that it's a debt, so how can there be any credit? Already we're in lies and deceit, or indulgence. Now people are indulging in a piece of paper, lying, saying that they're a piece of paper when they're not. And then it says surname. Take out the S. You are a name. Are you a name? No. So then why would you go and apply and lie to state that you are the person who is the subject of the birth certificate, right? Just makes no sense. So anyhow, people, if you are this subject of the birth certificate, please do not go to court and state that you are not the subject of this birth certificate when you've signed this signature, take the G out, sin at URE, you're at sin, for this, and lied to state that you were a person, when obviously you can't be a person, which is a piece of paper. When you're the flesh, obviously this cannot be this. That's like mixing day with night, God and Satan. You just can't do it. And people are rocking up, and they're basically claiming that they're a person with you are a name. Now, can you be a name? Well, no. So why are you going up and signing for it? And don't go to court and start stating that you are not this person when you've stated that you are this person and you applied for it. So if you did apply for this person, you draw up basically a divorce certificate, a death certificate stating that you are no longer this person / their son / you are a name when you are not a name. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this finds everybody well. I can't keep it any simpler than this. So, and then to top it off, people apply for the world of sin. Social insurance number or SS numbers, SS Nazi Germany. People, please, I could go on for months, days, years with this stuff. So please, do not rock up to court claiming that you're not a person when you've applied and told them that you're a liar and you were a man and you're going to turn yourself into a corporate dead piece of paper, which is a person, their son, who is the subject. And we've established the subject to debt to owe all allegiance to a sovereign. The whole thing's just preposterous, people, and they're telling you that you're a subject, and in constitutional law you owe, and then we go to suretyship, so obviously you have an idea what's going on with the ships, right? So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this finds everybody well. If you are the surety to this, well, basically what you do is draw up a death certificate and say this person here, all the information, everything that you've ever signed for, social insurance numbers, which are employee numbers, hence being an employee on the ship, the whole 9 yards. You can't have rights when you go into equity, even legal, the oldest form, which is prostitution. And they even say here, people, this site is available for use by the legal profession. Why are you guys applying to be a person to get into a legal profession when you are not licensed to work in that profession? And furthermore, legal is prostitution, so for use by the prostitution profession and general public. In a nutshell, you never had to cover your privates with a piece of paper and make yourself public. You never had to do this. God had given you grace. So please, people, I hope this finds you well. Love and light out to all. Cheers. Bye.